Hi everyone, welcome back to the next Diecast. In today's video, I'll be giving you some tips and tricks on how to fix model car doors, hoods, trunks, tailgates, or lift gates that either won't stay open or won't stay shut. Now, the most common parts of model cars that you'll find might not stay shut at times are going to be doors as well as tailgates in the case of trucks here. So these two trucks are both made by Maisto. You have the 2004 Chevrolet Colorado and the 2004 GMC Canyon. Although they're pretty much the same model with just different badging, as you would see for the real trucks as well. These were made a considerable distance apart from one another. Like, this one was made around 2007 and this one was made around 2014. But they both came with the issue of tailgates that would not stay shut. So if you come across a larger scale model truck that has a loose tailgate that just won't stay closed, I used to store this one specifically in my closet, and I would just hear this constantly. It would just fall closed. So eventually what I did was, in the case of both of these trucks, if you ever encounter the issue of having loose tailgates on trucks like these, all you have to do is line something along where the tailgate meets the bed of the truck. So in this case, you can see that this is where the tailgate kind of closes. It sort of touches this piece of plastic here, which is the bed liner, and the side of the tailgate kind of meets up with the other side of the taillight here. So for the Colorado, what we did was, I'm saying we because my grandfather helped me with this like years back. We put two very thin and small pieces of balsa wood on either side. And from there, the tailgate is able to stay closed with no problem at all. Now, another way is using very thin pieces of plastic, which is what you see right here. This is just a piece of scrap plastic I found I'm lying in like a drawer down in my desk. And then I realized that the thickness of it actually does fit with the tailgate here. So the best way to test that is kind of line up whatever you're looking to use with the tailgate and then kind of close the tailgate while also holding this. And then as long as it fits snug, then you'll be good. You can use whatever thing you want to use to line the tailgate so it actually stays shut. So in this case, I took two small pieces of this piece of plastic, I glued them on with some white glue, and then the tailgate of the Canyon therefore stays shut. Now in terms of balsa wood, here's how balsa wood looks, and that's about as thin as you can get. This is actually a wooden pallet that somebody built. I bought it from eBay. And the plastic I just found as scraps. You really don't have to buy any of these materials to kind of fix the issue of loose tailgates. You can just kind of find what you have sort of lying around the house. And you can even use like, thin cardboard and everything too. Just keep in mind that you may have to like redo your repair work years down the line. Like this balsa wood, for example, is kind of being sanded down as I open and close this tailgate. So eventually I'll have to kind of replace it with either new balsa wood, or I might just do what I did with the Canyon and take some more of this plastic and kind of stick it on there. Now, another issue you may encounter with die-cast model cars are doors that won't stay shut. Now, older die-cast model cars a lot of times would use dogleg hinges as opposed to spring-loaded hinges. And the main difference is that dogleg hinges are what you kind of see here. You have kind of that curved metal bracket. It's right there. It's kind of hard to see. And then for spring-loaded hinges, they're pretty much exactly as they are called. They sort of spring shut, open and shut when you pull it. Whereas dogleg hinges have more, I think, give to them. And then as doors are opened more frequently over time, then they do get kind of weakened, the hinges and everything. And you may have some cases where when you close the door, it might just fall open or get pushed open. This 96 Corvette is fine. It wasn't opened out of its box until 2020, and it was made in 1996 in terms of the model, but I wanted to use it as an example of a model that has the dogleg hinges that may weaken. So to alleviate that problem, all you'll really have to do is take a very thin piece of Scotch tape, roll it up, and either stick it on the door jamb or on the outside or on the inside of where the door meets the door jamb, and then just kind of close it like that. And then the tape will keep it in place. You may have to replace the tape. If you frequently are opening and closing said door, you may have to replace the tape after some time, but that's just a quick and simple fix to keep model car doors from opening up when you don't want them to. And for the last common problem with opening parts on model cars you'll encounter, we're going to go back to the two trucks here, and you'll see these sagging hoods, or the hoods that just will not stay up when you open them. When these models were new, the hoods, of course, did stay up, but as they were opened and closed over the years, they kind of weakened and everything, so now you just have this where it just kind of falls shut. So the best way to correct that is to make your own prop rod. So what I did was I took a paper clip, pretty much bent it straight, and then I cut off the excess length, I guess I should say. And from there, I was able to kind of make my own homemade prop rod. Now, I actually made this as an example. I didn't cut it to fit these exact trucks here. But if you want to kind of cut something to fit, of course, you'll have the hood open all the way. And then from there, you'll take your homemade prop rod and then just line it up, have it touch either the front of the engine or the side. And then you can kind of eyeball and see how much you have to cut off, so that way the hood can stay open, or that way this prop rod can fit underneath this hood. When I was kind of doing this, I did it so it would fit this yellow Corvette, which does not have a weakened hood, but same idea here. And this will work for hoods that open up this way, or I guess the traditional way. I'm not really too sure. So in this one, I could just kind of put the prop rod right there, and then just sort of ease the hood shut. And there you go. There's a mock prop rod for this Corvette, should I ever need to, I use one. But the best way to prevent the issues of, doors not staying shut or hoods not staying up is to not really open them too much in the first place. Especially if you have an older model that you kind of want to keep, I guess, nice for quite some time. And if you have a lot of models like me, you rotate them fairly frequently, and then you won't have the same models out that you might be opening and closing to either show people, or, if you put your models on the shelf with their hoods up and stuff like that, you're not going to have them up as long as you rotate the models. And you can always just keep everything shut. That's pretty much the best, I think, preventative measure of, weakening opening parts on die-cast model cars. So that was just kind of a quick video on how to repair, common problems like those that you would find with opening parts on model cars. And I hope that the tips were kind of helpful. And yeah, feel free to comment down below with your thoughts on the video here, and maybe share what you do to keep your model car hoods up or tailgates closed. Thanks for watching.